Hello everyone, JR10 Desert Gold. Got a new challenge for myself today. I hope to demonstrate the magic of flash brewing by doing 2 beers at the same time. And if it all works out, I'll be a happy camper. This is the pinter that we did yesterday. It too is a flash brew, and I used the cubic Voss yeast in there. So it's finishing up its first day of fermentation. We've got 2 more days, and that one's going into the conditioning stage or refrigerator. So what we have on hand here today is I've got 2 kits from More Beer. This one here is the Hot Prophecy, and this is my second kit with this one. It's a really good kit, and it's a double IPA. It should have a final ABV of about 9.5, and it's got a IBU of about 90. So it's on a little bit on the bitter side for my taste, but it worked out last time I had it, so we'll see. This one here is fresh pressed. It's just a regular IPA. It's 7.5, maybe 8%. 60 IBUs on that, and that about covers it. We'll start with the fresh pressed, and all I've done is put water in these fermenters just to have something to dissolve the DME in. And again, my favorite part is not making a mess. You can see how that goes. Flash brews don't need boiling. That's your big time saver here. And the only problem that you're going to face is when you're adding DME to water, it has a tendency to clump up. Now, you don't need to get all the lumps out of your DME. The yeast will ferment whether they're in clumps or not, but I don't know, there's something in my OCD starts kicking in, and I just can't stand the looks of lumps floating around in a fermenter. So I'm going to stir it a little bit, and this is where a time decision comes into play. After you've dumped this in, you can add all the other ingredients and put a lid on it, and you're done. I'm going to allow some time for these lumps to dissolve so that they're not looking nasty in the fermenter. So I got that in without any trouble, and yeah, this ought to be fun. I'll just give it a stir. The flash brew does dissolve much quicker than regular DME. That's on your side, but it doesn't cure it altogether. Especially when I get lumps in the corner. Alright, so we'll let that sit for a little bit. And now it's time for Hop Prophecy. And let's see if I can get this prepared. Alright, in goes the DME for the Hop Prophecy. Everything's identical, so no surprises here. Alright, DME's in on that one. Give it a little stir. Alright, so we've got the main ingredient in. Now you're going to add your hops, and for the fresh pressed they use Citra, which is I always like, and Mosaic. So all we have to do is just dump these in. Boy, that Citra is strong. You can smell the citrus aromas in it. So we just dump that in. And then the Mosaic. And that's all there is to this. And for Hop Prophecy, there's one more. Yeah, there's 3 different satchels of hops on this one. All right, so this Hop Prophecy also has Citra. We've got Sabro. And I think this one is Mosaic, yes. That's it. Aside from the yeast, these are done. Well, not really, and I'll explain right now. This is the yeast I'm going to use, which is my standard one for this time of the year, and it's the Cubic Voss yeast. And right now, I can tell you that the water temperature, well, it's not even filled to the proper level yet. And I did that on purpose because I knew that in order for this yeast to work, I can't pitch it unless the temperature is at least 90 degrees, preferably 100 degrees. And that would have just made more trouble getting this DME from clumping. So I had regular tap, cool water in here. So I'm going to add hot water at the sink to the proper level, and then I'm going to pitch the yeast. But this is all that's left, and let's get that done. Okay, so I just added enough water to get it to the proper level, and it was all I could do is, even with the hot water faucet on full tilt, I barely got 93 degrees as a temperature right now. I was thinking I might just sit them outside if it didn't work, because it's 116 degrees out there right now. That'd warm things up. So in goes the yeast. This bad boy's done. And there's the other one. And that's done. There it is. All right. Both of them are going to sit right here on the table next to the pinter, and they're all going to ferment in loving peace until they're ready to get moved to a keg, which this one will go in 1 2-gallon, and this one will go in the other 2-gallon. We got this handled, both of them at the same time, and without taking, I'm going to cheat a little bit, without taking the time that it took to get the lumps out, both of these would have been done in 5 minutes. But like I said, that would drive me nuts looking in there and seeing these lumps floating around. So all in all, given the time spent getting the lumps out, which actually happened pretty quickly when I started shooting in the super hot water. So I'm guessing without the lumps, it took 10 minutes to put two 2-gallon brews together. So I think that's pretty remarkable. Flash brewing is the way to go. Drink more, work less. All right, you guys have fun. Be safe. Desert Gold out.